Free at last, free at last. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa is finally over. And I can say that I am elated about that because for me, the women, they started off good. Dr. C's entire drama and everything. But along the line, it just became unnecessarily toxic. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bucky. At the beginning of the season, I made a video ranking my favorite housewives first impression. So now that the show is over, I am going to be ranking the people that impressed me and people that I just want to not see again on my screen. It's 2026 and people are actually gearing or pushing towards lifting each other up. And I'm not even saying it in a way that it's fake, no. Because when people come to Rio together, these women are 9 women from different backgrounds and all that, tension will rise. Disagreement will happen. But not in a way that the way they're screaming at each other for the most basic thing ever. And they're just really piling on one person. This is not a perfect person. Even in the final episode, she was acting she was poking people. But the way I read it was annoying. But I read it that okay, she is giving this defensive response to these people who have actually hurt her in the past. That's how I say it. So let us rank these 9 women according to their character and how they carry themselves in this beautiful location. Rio is such a beautiful place. I could not understand why there was so much anger and negativity going around the group. Yes, there were pockets of friends here and there, but it was giving mean girl energy sometimes. So last on my list, from the last to the top, I don't even know what to put that on the top right now because I'm going on vibes on this video right now because I just watched the episode and yeah. So let me know in the comments who you are ranking number 1 and who you are ranking last and who you are ranking in the middle. Let's start. Number 9, I'll say Miriam. Miriam, to me, she started the entire negativity in this group. I know that Dr. C was already doing some kind of things that were already but from Miriam in that party bus, she just spread everything. Then she logged out. Another people just picked up. And this was when she told Crystal that, oh, not you guys, you ladies. Everything just went downhill from there. And she's saying, oh, it's her culture. What culture are you talking about? It seemed to me like, oh, don't think that you are an it girl somewhere. I am the class prefect here. It was giving me girl. So yeah, she's a number 9. Number 8 for me will be Princess Jekoko. Princess Jekoko, in my other video, I said that I actually enjoyed Real Housewives of Abuja. She was one of my favorites in the Real Housewives of Abuja because Real Housewives of Abuja was funny to me. But now that I'm thinking about it, she actually did some things that were toxic as well. In this final episode, she called the lady a non-entity. The lady reacted back by calling them, oh, you the B word, and everyone is spying on Crystal and saying, oh, how dare you? How could you say that? But nobody questioned Princess Jekoko when she said, oh, don't forget about her, she's a non-entity. Nobody said, oh, why are you calling somebody a non-entity? That's not fair. That's you poking a person. No. She said that, and everyone, but whenever Crystal retaliates, they call her dramatic, they say all sort of things. So yeah, Princess Jekoko and her yelling stay in number 8. For number 7, I would say Angel. Angel to me, I don't even know. I just feel like I didn't really get to know her a lot, except on this personal family story and have some of her personal story. Yeah, but for me, Angel was just really on the bandwagon of okay, main girl energy thing, and I did not like that. That at a point in the season, I see they were piling on one person, that's Crystal. So I did not like that. So these 3 were actually friends, and yeah, it just makes sense that they're at the bottom of my list. Number 6 for me will be Annie. I actually ranked Annie number 1 when I did my first ranking because I liked her. I saw the potential. I think she's fashionable. And yeah, I just think that she's just this effortlessly fashionable person. She doesn't try too much, but she just looks good in whatever she's doing. And she's also very open to exploring. It was saying this now, it kind of hurts my heart because most of the time when the other ladies are complaining about something or one thing or the other, it's always Annie who is always open to experiencing things. But Annie was overreacting a lot of times. There were times where she didn't need to react, she didn't need to insert herself, but she did. Even at the end now, she was mad at Crystal for calling them the B word. Yes, I know that you are reacting to something, but this person was called a non-entity first. Her reaction to Dr. C too was a tad bit over the top. It was unnecessary. The entire Dr. C and Zena's matter was unnecessary, but she was actually projecting on the both of them. I did not like that. Number five will have to be Zena. Zena is supposed to be at the back, but she came forward because she doesn't say much. Zena reacts when you're not going to expect her to react. Like at the end when Mariam was telling her, we talked about you being quiet. I said, oh, so you could talk about me. Mariam was actually defending her that, oh, Zena might be quiet, but that's just who she is. And she was reacting. Even the other time when she was screaming too, that they said something about her, that she would talk. I can't remember it, but it was during lunch. She had the exchange with Princess Jekoko. And I just feel like it's unnecessary. Anytime she opens her mouth to react, so it's unnecessary. So, yeah, Zena, you're supposed to be number 9, but stay number 5. The fourth person on the list for me is Jojo. Jojo was okay, but she just also a bandwagoner. And it's very interesting that she's at the front, even though her friends are behind. But she's a bandwagoner, true and true. She's actually shining in the first episode of the show, but later on, it gets kind of dwindled a bit as the time as the season went on. But at the same time, she still tried to be in control and be in charge of herself in the same vein. So I think that, yeah, number 4 is I do not dislike her anyway. She was also a joy to watch. Her confessionals were interesting. So yeah, Jojo number 4. Number 3 has to be Crystal. Crystal, for me, she's at the front because she got bullied a lot in the show. So it's only fair that she's in the top 3 for me because they never allow us to get to experience Crystal. Because I haven't seen the Real Housewives of J-Bug or Johannesburg before. This was my first introduction to Crystal. And everyone was just piling on her. And we didn't even get to know her. She's not allowed to shine. And it's a thing, oh, Crystal is just bash. And I'm so happy. The thing I like about Crystal most is that she doesn't back down. She will respond. She will say what she feels like saying. And yeah, 2 has to be Dr. C. Dr. C, to me, is a live wire of the show. Many people might say it's Crystal, but Dr. C, to me, she diminished at a point, but no matter what, even though she's not saying a lot, she's not being her dramatic self like she was in episode 1 and 2. When you see her on screen, she's a joy to look at. You are interested in knowing what she has to say or what she has to do next. And in as much as Dr. C also caused her own troubles, she was living real without any enemies, if I can use that for lack of a better word. She's living real freely. Even though she and Madame had their issues, I still saw them hugging. I like, if there's any reason I would want a reunion, even though I do not want a reunion at all. I think a reunion will be a waste of time because I want to hear from Dr. C because I just feel like she has something to say all the time. So it's just interesting to watch. Then number 1 has to be Madame. I cannot remember where I ranked Madame in my first video, but it was not high like this. I just thought she was like, okay, let's see. Annie was actually my number 1 in my first video phone, but now she's behind. But number 1 now is Madame. Madame, to me, she was consistent. Even though Dr. C tried to make it seem like she gossiped about the other housewives, which she didn't. I'm still racking my head because I don't have to go back to the old episodes because I don't have that time. But I cannot remember a time where Madame was actually enjoy or engrossed in some gossip or the other. Even though she's talking about someone, she's always careful with her words so that she doesn't hurt anybody, just in case. So, except Dr. C talking about times where the cameras are not on and maybe Madame is another person, but from what they show us on camera, she seems like a unifier and not a divider. So I like that about her. She was not perfect, but she most especially respected herself all through the trip. The only person that tried to just stain her white is Dr. C, but she still held on. That's why she was actually the thing hurt her so much that she actually was trying her best to even clear the air no matter what, even to the end. That's a wrap for me talking about the Real House of Ultimate Girls Trip Africa. I'll rate the entire show a 2 out of 10. It's a great production. I love this, especially the addition of Pablo, the host of the villa. But and I was very excited at episode one, episode two. I was so excited. You can watch my other videos concerning that. However, I think at the point the entire unnecessary toxicity, unnecessary yelling at people, calling people names, Nephilim, this, that, I think that it's unnecessary. I don't think that we need those kind of things as an audience. Imagine if this trip went away that it was just a wholesome girls trip. Yes, there'll be some sort of misunderstandings here and there. But at the heart of the entire show, it was wholesome. But this one was not wholesome. The only time that the trip was a bit wholesome was when they went to visit the Christ Redeemer statue and they had this moment. But at the same time, there's a lot of toxicity already that I already logged out of the show that I don't really care for the moment anymore. And what actually hurts me the most is that they're actually in such a beautiful location. Why can you not just enjoy the moment, laugh about stuff, and get to know each other? I think that that's also good TV. Know what you think in the comments. Until next time, do take care of yourself. My name is Vodka. Goodbye.